Listen to me, because this might be the wake-up call you've been avoiding your whole life. There comes a moment when you stare at your reflection and realize that no one is coming to save you. No miracle, no sympathy, no handout. You've been waiting for motivation, but motivation isn't coming. You have to build it. You have to drag yourself out of that pit of laziness, fear, and self-doubt. Every second you waste blaming circumstances, you could be building yourself into someone unrecognizable. Life doesn't reward comfort, it rewards hunger. The world doesn't care about your excuses, it respects results. Pain is your ally, discipline is your weapon, and consistency is your armor. You can't complain about the life you tolerate. You fix yourself by facing what you fear most, by doing the things you don't want to do, and by refusing to stay average when greatness is an option. Stop scrolling, stop whining, stop waiting. Look at your life, decide what's broken, and fix it. Because the truth is brutal but freeing, no one is coming. It's all on you, and that's the most powerful truth you'll ever accept. Stop blaming circumstances, take full ownership. The first step to changing your life is accepting that everything wrong with it is your responsibility. Yes, everything. The job you hate, the body you've neglected, the relationships that failed, the dreams you abandoned. Those are the results of choices you made, not fate, not bad luck, not anyone else. You can spend your whole life pointing fingers at your parents, society, the government, your friends, your boss, or even the universe. But the day you realize no one owes you anything is the day your power begins. Ownership is the foundation of transformation. It's not meant to make you feel guilty, it's meant to make you powerful. Because when you accept that your actions created your reality, you also realize that your actions can recreate. That's freedom, that's control, that's the starting point of every comeback story. Most people are stuck because they love the comfort of excuses more than the pain of progress. They'll tell you they were born in the wrong place, had bad parents, no support, too many problems, not enough opportunities. And while those things might be true, they're not the reason you're stuck. They're just the reasons you've chosen to stop trying. The world is full of people who came from nothing and built empires, people who lost everything and still rose again. The difference between them and everyone else isn't luck, it's ownership. They didn't waste time blaming. They looked at the situation and said, it's on me, so I'll fix it. The truth is, blaming circumstances feels good in the short term. It gives you a reason not to act. It comforts your ego by saying, it's not my fault. But every time you do that, you trade your power for pity. You become a spectator in your own life, waiting for external change instead of creating it. The longer you stay in that mindset, the weaker you become. Because blame is poison. It numbs your potential and convinces you that your failures are permanent. Ownership, on the other hand, is painful at first. It hurts to look in the mirror and admit you're the reason your life isn't where you want it to be. But that pain is the beginning of growth. That's the kind of pain that rebuilds you into something unbreakable. When you take ownership, you stop negotiating with your weaknesses. You stop saying, I'll start tomorrow, or I didn't have time. You start saying, I chose not to prioritize it. I chose distraction. I chose comfort. That level of honesty stings, but it also empowers you to change it. You begin to understand that success isn't something that happens to lucky people. It's something built brick by brick through relentless discipline and personal accountability. The gym doesn't care if you're tired. Your goals don't care if you had a bad day. The world doesn't pause for your emotions. It only responds to effort. Taking ownership means recognizing that life is unfair and refusing to let that stop you. Everyone faces obstacles. Everyone gets knocked down. But the difference between those who stay broken and those who rise is that winners don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They use every challenge as fuel. They say, if this is my situation, I'll conquer it. If it's harder for me, then I'll become stronger. They understand that the world owes them nothing, so they owe themselves everything. Ownership means embracing reality, not wishing it were different. It means using whatever cards you've been dealt and still finding a way to win. Look around. Most people are asleep with their eyes open. They complain about their lives but do nothing to change them. They say they want success but avoid the work it takes to earn it. They scroll for hours, envy others, and convince themselves they can't compete. But the truth is, they're not outworked, they're undisciplined. They're addicted to comfort, and as long as you keep feeding yourself the lie that your situation is someone else's fault, you'll never do what's necessary to escape it. The world won't feel sorry for you, it will simply move on without you. If you want a better life, stop blaming and start building. Take a hard look at your habits, your routines, your mindset. Are they aligned with your goals? Or are they the reason you keep falling short? Every choice you make either builds your future or buries it. Own that. You can't fix what you don't take responsibility for. Once you say, this is my fault, you give yourself permission to say, and it will also be my victory. That's where real confidence comes from, not empty words or motivational quotes, but from knowing you control your destiny because you've accepted full responsibility for it. Ownership turns victims into warriors. It transforms excuses into action and weakness into strength. The person who takes ownership stops asking, why is this happening to me? And starts asking, what can I do about it? That shift changes everything. It builds character, it builds discipline, it builds results. You stop running from problems and start solving them. You stop waiting for luck and start creating it. Every day you choose ownership, you take another step away from mediocrity and closer to mastery. So stop blaming circumstances. Stop looking for someone to rescue you. No one is coming. You are the hero, the villain, and the author of your story. If your life is broken, rebuild it. If you're weak, train until you're strong. If you failed, learn and rise again, because at the end of the day, your circumstances don't define you. Your response to them does. And once you truly take ownership, nothing and no one can stop you. Build discipline, motivation fades. Motivation is a spark. It feels good, it ignites something inside you, but it burns out fast. You felt it before. You watch an inspiring video, you hear a powerful speech, or you make a promise to yourself that this time you'll change. For a moment, you're unstoppable. You swear you'll wake up early, work harder, eat clean, stay focused. But then life hits you. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and you don't feel motivated anymore. The excitement fades, the energy dies, and suddenly your goals don't seem as urgent. That's where most people quit. They think motivation left them. But the truth is, motivation was never meant to stay. Discipline is what keeps going when motivation dies. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early even when your bed feels like heaven. It's going to the gym when your mind screams for rest. It's working on your dream when everyone else is relaxing. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. Motivation starts the engine, but discipline keeps you driving when the road gets rough. Without discipline, your dreams are just wishes. Soft, fragile, and easily destroyed by the first obstacle in your path. Most people think they fail because they lack motivation. That's wrong. They fail because they lack structure. They rely on emotion instead of system. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is habitual. When you build discipline, you don't need to feel ready. You just do it because it's who you are. You stop negotiating with your emotions. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You stop relying on hype. Discipline doesn't ask if you feel good. It asks if you're committed. Think about anyone who's achieved real success. Athletes, entrepreneurs, soldiers, artists. None of them depend on motivation. They depend on routine. They've trained their minds to act without hesitation. They've mastered the art of consistency. They know that the small, repetitive actions that no one sees are the ones that build greatness. The truth is, discipline is not punishment. It's freedom. Because once you're disciplined, you no longer depend on your feelings. You become reliable. You gain control over yourself. You can trust yourself to follow through no matter how you feel. That's real power. Building discipline starts with small wins. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one promise to yourself. Wake up on time, make your bed, hit the gym, study for 30 minutes, whatever it is. Keep that promise no matter what. When your mind says later, do it now. Each time you follow through, you strengthen your mind. Each time you break a promise, you weaken it. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And just like training your body, the beginning hurts. You'll face resistance, fatigue, frustration. But if you push through the discomfort, you'll build mental toughness that lasts a lifetime. Discipline is doing what's hard until it becomes easy. You might hate it in the beginning, but over time, it becomes part of you. You'll reach a point where skipping your routine feels wrong, where laziness feels uncomfortable, where success feels natural. That's the level you need to reach. But you'll never get there if you keep waiting to feel ready. The secret is simple. Stop waiting to feel like it. Do it regardless. Feelings are temporary, commitment is forever. You have to understand that your mind is a battlefield. Every morning, there's a war between your comfort and your goals, and the side you feed wins. Discipline means choosing long-term growth over short-term pleasure. It's saying no to the easy path, no to the distractions, no to the voice that says you deserve a break. Because the truth is, you don't deserve comfort, you earn it. Every moment you choose discomfort now, you're building a life that's more comfortable later. But every time you choose comfort now, you're building regret later. Discipline is the difference between those two outcomes. The problem is, society glorifies motivation. It sells you the idea that you need to feel inspired to act. You don't, you just need to act. The best performers in the world don't feel motivated every day. They're often tired, bored, or overwhelmed, but they show up anyway. They've trained themselves to separate emotions from execution. You can't control when motivation shows up, but you can always control your action. That's discipline, doing the work, regardless of mood. Here's the reality. Success doesn't care how you feel. The world rewards results, not intentions. It doesn't matter how many motivational quotes you read, how many plans you make, or how many times you say, I'll start tomorrow. What matters is what you do when you don't feel like doing anything. The gym doesn't care about your mood. Your business doesn't care if you're tired. Your goals don't care about your excuses. Discipline turns I should into I did. You must learn to see discipline as your ally, not your enemy. It's the force that will separate you from the majority. While others are ruled by their emotions, you will be ruled by your principles. While others stop when it gets tough, you'll keep pushing. Discipline gives you the edge because it makes you consistent. And consistency beats talent, motivation, and luck every time. The person who works a little bit every day will always outrun the person who works only when they feel inspired. So when motivation fades, and it will, let discipline take over. When your mind screams stop, keep going. When the excitement fades, remember your purpose, because discipline isn't glamorous, it's not exciting, and it's not easy, but it's what builds legacies. It's what turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. The world belongs to the disciplined, the ones who act when others rest, who show up when others quit, who stay focused when others drift. Build that version of yourself, the one who doesn't depend on moods, who doesn't chase hype, who doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Build the kind of discipline that makes quitting impossible. Because when you master discipline, you master life. Pain and struggle are the tools that forge strength. Every person you admire, every champion you respect, every legend who ever existed was built through suffering. Not comfort, not luxury, not ease, pain. It's the greatest teacher life can give you, the raw force that strips away weakness and exposes who you truly are. You see, when everything is easy, you learn nothing. Comfort makes you soft, but when life punches you in the face, when you lose, fail, fall, or break, that's when your real transformation begins. Pain introduces you to yourself. It forces you to confront your limits, your fears, your excuses, and your true capacity. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without pain, there is no strength. The problem today is that people run from pain. They want the reward without the grind, the success without the sacrifice. The moment life gets hard, they quit. They look for shortcuts, distractions, anything that keeps them from facing the truth. But here's the reality. There are no shortcuts to greatness. Every ounce of strength, discipline, and resilience comes from the moments you thought you couldn't go on, but did anyway. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your sculptor. It's molding you into something greater, sharpening your mind, hardening your spirit, and preparing you for the battles ahead. When you're struggling, it's easy to think life is unfair, but pain isn't there to destroy you, it's there to prepare you. Every setback carries a lesson. Every failure is a message. Every heartbreak, rejection, and disappointment is shaping your character. You're being tested not to show your weakness, but to prove your strength. The universe doesn't give strength freely. It demands a price. And that price is struggle. The more you endure, the more you evolve. The deeper the pain, the stronger the foundation. You can't build mental armor in comfort. It's only forged under pressure. Look back at your life. The moments that made you tougher weren't the easy ones. They were the ones that broke you. The nights you cried, the times you were rejected, the failures that crushed your confidence. Those were the moments that built you. They forced you to adapt, to grow, to fight. Pain is the silent architect behind every success story. Every scar is a chapter of survival. Every wound, a lesson in resilience. People see your strength and call you lucky, but they never see the battles you fought to get it. They never see the pain you turned into power. There's beauty in struggle if you learn to embrace it. When you stop running from pain and start learning from it, everything changes. You begin to see that pain isn't punishment, it's guidance. It's a signal that you're pushing boundaries, stepping outside your comfort zone, moving closer to becoming your strongest self. Growth doesn't come from safety, it comes from suffering with purpose. You must train your mind to find meaning in the pain. When things fall apart, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Because every challenge holds a lesson that will serve you later if you're wise enough to see it. The truth is, most people never reach their potential because they never endure long enough. They stop when it hurts. But pain is not a stop sign. It's a green light. It's telling you to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep pushing, because the breakthrough always comes after the breaking point. Pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. If you can endure a little longer, you'll find that pain transforms into strength. That's the secret. The very thing that hurts you today can be the reason you rise tomorrow. Struggle teaches discipline. It humbles you, it burns away entitlement and replaces it with gratitude. When you've suffered, you appreciate small victories. When you've lost everything, you learn the value of effort. Pain gives you perspective. It reminds you that nothing in life is guaranteed and that the only thing you truly control is your response. You can let pain destroy you, or you can let it refine you. One choice makes you bitter, the other makes you unstoppable. When you feel pain, don't hide from it. Lean into it. Let it teach you what comfort never could. Let it harden your resolve. Let it sharpen your focus. The fire you feel is the same fire that forges steel. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove your strength. Every setback is a test to see how much you want it. And every time you push through pain, you're building resilience that no one can take away from you. You have to stop wishing for an easy life. Wish for the strength to handle a hard one. Because life will test you again and again. It will push you to your limits, break your plans, and challenge your beliefs. But every time you survive, you're reborn stronger. You start to realize that pain doesn't define you, how you respond to it does. Pain teaches you to adapt. It teaches you patience. It teaches you to fight without fear. It's a process that separates the ordinary from the exceptional. Remember this, diamonds are created under pressure. Swords are forged in fire, and character is built through suffering. Every hardship is part of your evolution. Don't curse your pain, thank it. Because one day you'll look back and realize that the things that once hurt you the most were the same things that made you unbreakable. The struggle you're in today is preparing you for the strength you'll need tomorrow. So don't run, don't hide, and don't quit. Embrace it. Let pain shape you, let struggle train you, and let every challenge carve out the warrior within you. Because in the end, pain isn't the enemy, it's the path. And if you have the courage to walk it, you'll come out stronger, harder, and ready for anything life dares to throw your way. So understand this, pain, struggle, and hardship are not curses, they are blessings in disguise. Every wound you've endured has written a story of survival. Every setback was preparing you for the next level. Strength doesn't come from what you can control, it comes from what you endure when everything feels uncontrollable. You're not supposed to live a life free from pain. You're supposed to learn how to rise through it. Stop wishing for an easier road and start building a stronger you. Because one day you'll look back and realize that the pain that once broke you actually built you. Every scar will remind you of the strength you didn't know you had. You'll thank the struggle because it forced you to evolve. Pain is temporary, but the power it leaves behind is permanent. Let every challenge shape your character. Let every fall teach you resilience. And let every storm remind you that you were born to survive. The fire that once burned you will become the same fire that fuels you. So keep moving, keep fighting, and never forget the strongest version of you is being forged in the pain you're facing today. Embrace it, because that's where greatness is born.